All right, today, guys, I actually have one of my older watches. I bought this watch probably about 10 years ago, and there's really nothing special about it. As you can see, the second hand has actually broken off. It did have one, but this watch has been one that I just used to wear to work years ago. It's actually called TiME. As you can see, it's kind of funky. It's got the TiM and then the E on the top. But metal strap, it does have some adjustments here. So it does have like the little micro adjustments. And then you can knock some of these links out to make it smaller. But I never really did do that. I just kind of wore it big myself. But it's just a basic, cheap semi dress watch. And the main reason I got it back in the day is just because of the color. I thought, oh, it's a nice silver watch. I'd never heard of TiME before, and I liked the fact that the face was really plain and it just had four numbers on it. And as you can see, the emblem is just that T. So I have seen other TiME watches from a while back, and this one, like I said, I never adjusted the strap other than the micro adjustments. So I just wear it kind of loose. And as you can see, the bottom of the strap it's not really that scratched up, but it's scratched up a little bit because I wear it at work. So when I'm typing, I'm rubbing it along the desk. But this back in the day was only about, let me think, $12. So the battery lasts a decent amount in it. It is small, it's very thin. So if we compare it to the watch that I reviewed just before this, so I've got them side by side, look at the difference in size. So this is obviously a much bigger watch, but look at the difference in thickness. Way thinner. So this one has always been way more comfortable to wear. And for the most part, just keeps time fairly accurate. It's a quartz watch. If you measure it across here, yeah, it's only what? 30. Yep, it's about 30 millimeters. So much smaller than that other one, which was more like 50. And then if you measure it this way, it's really thin. Sorry, I'm out of range, but I mean, it's way less than 10. I'd say it's about 8. About 8 millimeters in thickness. Like I said, compare it to this one that I did earlier. And this one is, what, a good 15, 14. So way thinner, way light, very comfortable to wear for work. I don't even know if they even sell TiME watches anymore, but I like the strap. It's a little bit of a different strap. It's still, even though it's a cheap watch, it still has a dressy feel to it. So if you wear it with a shirt or something like that, it's still going to look nice. But it's one of those watches where, you know, I work in IT. So if you actually are messing around with servers, computers, or you're under somebody's desk and doing all this stuff and it's getting scratched up and whacked and bashed and whatever, and you know how it goes when you're at work doing a busy job. This is, it's just so cheap. It doesn't matter if it gets scratched. It doesn't matter if it gets dinged, if you drop something on it. This is when you still want something that's kind of dressy, but you don't want to wear your nicest watch to work because you know you're going to do some crap that might get it destroyed. Then you wear this one. So that's really what this one is about. Like I said, super comfortable on the wrist, easy to adjust, keeps time well, and the batteries that it takes are very cheap. You can get those batteries from Dollar Tree, and you literally get 4 for $1, and they actually last quite long in this watch. So, yep, this is the strap for it. Like I said, it's called TiME. Yeah, I've always liked this watch. I don't wear it as much now just because I've got so many watches to choose from, but overall, This is actually quite a nice piece. The only thing I would say is the strap in relation to the face of the watch, it seems like it's a little bit of a different color. Like the face seems like it's become a little bit discolored. I mean, you really are noticing it because it's under the light, but when you're just wearing it in general, no one's going to look at it and be like, oh, that looks way different. That's just because I'm being picky and trying to point out, you know, the things with this watch. And it's just got a basic crown, you know, nothing special. But yeah, the one part that I didn't like is that the seconds hand did break off quite some time ago, which it's supposed to be there and it's not. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty decent timepiece if you ask me. Like I said, this is just for people who are into cheap watches and like to have a variety of watches. If you're a watch snob, if you hate cheap watches, if you detest them, then don't worry about this. This is not for you. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment. Let me know if you've seen any other watches made by TiME, and I will see you in the next one.